Hey guys, welcome to today's Declutter, and today we are doing foundations. Now, this is a quick thing I want to say about the foundations. These are all the ones that are currently open and I have used at least once. I do have an entire stack that I pulled out of my foundation drawer that is over to the side over here, which are all brand new ones, and I don't want to show you because I'm debating doing a foundation frenzy series again. So I am going to go ahead and leave those over to the right and you guys won't be able to see them, but you might see them when I am filling in the drawer in the putting everything away post decluttering. So I just figured it'd be easier and faster if I only mentioned the ones I've already tried and used. So again, we are looking for mostly things that are going to be expired or things I just really don't like. I wish I were in a place where I could hold on to all the products I don't like to use them for future don't waste your money videos, but I just do not have the space to do that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, slide these all over here. Oh shoot. Slide these all this way. And down to the side, and that way any of the ones I'm planning to keep can go over here with the new foundations. Any ones I want to get rid of can go down here in front of you. So let's go ahead and start. We're just going to work our way over because that's going to be the easiest. So first thing here, we have the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. This was actually a repurchase. I got it back again over the summer. This is my favorite all-time tinted moisturizer. I have mine in the shade Terre Neuve, so I will go ahead and hold on to this since it's brand spanking new. I missed it so much. The Laura Geller Coverlock Foundation. So this is good for 12 months. I have mine in the shade Porcelain. I don't even know, you know what? I should actually have my phone out to see and search if you can even still get these foundations. Because if you can't, I should just get rid of them anyway because they're no longer available. They did. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Also for these videos, if I have dedicated foundation videos to them below, like first impressions, I will go ahead and list them all in the description bar below. But I do also have an entire foundation playlist, which will be linked up here if you guys want to check that out too. So this one's going to get tossed. The Cover FX Power Play Foundation. I like this a lot. This, I believe, was in my Foundation Frenzy series. I have mine in the shade P10. Let me take a look at this. I use this a lot, actually. I know I just got rid of the concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. There's not much left in here, so I might as well use it like 2 more times and finish it up. The Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation Fluid. I have mine in the shade Dynamic RG5. This is a great foundation. I have no complaints about it, but I probably should be getting rid of it. It is only good for, let's see, it's good for a year and I've had it for about 5, so better safe than sorry. Should be getting rid of this. The Milani Screen Queen Foundation. This is a new one that just came out over the summer and I tested it out a couple of times. I'm still on the fence about it. I think I have to find a good foundation to mix in with it, but I haven't really tested it against the whole blue light factor that it includes. So I have mine in the shade Cool Shell for anyone who's interested. It's a tad bit too pink on me actually, but the other choices were really yellow in this shade range, so I went with this. So this will stay. The Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I bought this a while ago. This is still good. It's in the shade 0N. Let me just make sure there's no smell to it. No, nothing other than the normal smell. Okay, it is still available, so I will hold on to it. The Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. I like the foundation itself. I hate the packaging. I mean, it's very cute to have the little, look at that, the little smiley face. It's very cute. Mine's in the shade 1, but I hate this top to it. It's messy. Mine cracked actually. So I am going to get rid of this because all this is probably horribly exposed and oxidized inside already. So I'm just going to toss it, but I didn't hate the shade for it. And actually I have another one of the Benefit foundations in my 2 tryout pile, so we'll see. The Tarte Rainforests of the Sea Foundation in Porcelain. This was actually a repurchase. I originally tried it in a different shade. Loved, I think I tried it originally in Fair Beige, which is usually my go-to shade across all Tarte, but now that they introduced Porcelain, I repurchased in Porcelain. This is a great foundation. I can't read anything on it because I use this so much. It doesn't have a weird smell to it, but because I use this so often, I've worn off a lot of the label. But it does, you know what, is that an expiration down there? It is. So actually I have to get rid of this because it expired in 2019. So goodbye, Tarte. It's a great foundation though. I love it so much. If I've repurchased, it means something, guys. The Milk Makeup Blur Liquid, and I have mine in the shade Porcelain. I love this. This is also a repurchase. I originally tried it in Fair. Fair was not the right shade for me, so I repurchased in Porcelain. I love this. It's a great matte foundation. A little bit goes a long way. So great one, gonna keep it. The CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Foundation. This is in the shade 105, clearly, which is classic Ivory. This is good for 12 months, and whoo, I just repurchased it at the beginning of the summer, and I haven't actually opened it yet, but I put it here because I've used it before. It's not one that I have to test, so I'll be keeping it. Plus, I like having some good drugstore and affordable foundations in here. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. This is actually a repurchase. I originally tested this for Foundation Frenzy 2 years ago, and I loved it so much. They did actually discontinue this, so I'm going to keep this for my own personal use, or for me to wear in videos where where me doing my makeup is not a focus, because you can't buy this anymore. But there's a new one actually from the light line from Estee Lauder. I might have to try that, but this one was great. I loved it. I'm so sad they got rid of it. Mine's in the shade Intensity 0.5 for anyone who's interested. Please do not ask what I have done with this cap. The NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in Mont Blanc. I love this foundation. I love all the NARS foundations, in honesty. I mean, I love that Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I don't know what has happened, but no matter what I do now, I cannot seem to get this cap to screw on. It stops here, like it won't go any further, and it stops like on a diamond pattern around the bottle. So I just have to live with that, I suppose. But how long is this good for? This is good for 2 years. I'm gonna keep it. The YSL All Hours Foundation in the shade BR10, which is Cool Porcelain. This expired in 2019 as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. This I'm just gonna get rid of. I wasn't the biggest fan. The Huda Beauty hashtag Faux Filter High Coverage. I have the shade Vanilla 120. This is such a heavy formula. So heavy on my skin, and I just know. And it's only good for 18 months, and I know I've had it for about 3.5 years, so I'm gonna get rid of it. The Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I tried this once. I do not remember how I felt about it. I have the shade 12B, which is Fair Beige. This is only good for 6 months though. Let me see, can I open from, oh, I can open from down here to see if it's got a smell. Yeah, I don't smell anything weird. So I'm gonna hold on to it. If I have a reaction, I might toss it later, but it'll stay for now. I don't remember how I felt about it. The Flower Beauty Light Illusion. Love this. I love this foundation. It's sadly just a hair bit too yellow for me, but I make it work. I have the shade Shell L0. This one is good till next year. I can go ahead and keep it. The Burberry, what is this? I have to read the whole title. The Burberry Fresh Glow Foundation in Porcelain number 11. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I can't believe I'm saying that. I love this foundation. I mean, there's probably enough, I mean, there's not as much left in it as you would think. It's all like stuck to the sides in here. But I've had this for so long. I kept it because I like this packaging. There's something about this that's very chic to me. It's very Burberry. But it's gonna go now. It's been a long time. I've got 2 Lancome foundations. We'll pull both of them out. So we've got the Teint Idole Ultra 24-hour makeup in 100 Ivoire N. And this is, that's the lot number. I don't care about the lot number. It does not have an expiration date on this. Okay, let me see. Let me try opening it to see if it's got a smell. This is like one of my Holy Grail foundations. No, there is no weird smell to it. I believe the problem is I've repurchased this foundation so many times. I don't know when I repurchased this, but I'll keep it. The Teint Miracle in the same shade, 100 Ivoire N. I don't know if Lancome still sells this, honestly. I feel like it was discontinued. So let me go ahead and double check that, because I know they've come out with a newer foundation, I believe. I could be wrong. Yeah, sadly, it's looking like they discontinued this. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it then. Or actually, I might just finish it up on my own person. I really love this foundation. Does this have a weird smell to it? If this one's got a weird smell to it. Oh, it kind of does actually. Like, it smells like rotting flowers. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Bye-bye. The Jouer Essential High Coverage Foundation. Mine's in the shade Alabaster. Let's see. I'm sure they still make this. It would be sold at Ulta or at Sephora if it was. High Coverage Creme Foundation. So this is still sold. Let me just really quickly open this, see how it smells. I remember this being really, really light colored and really full coverage. It doesn't have a smell, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. There is no expiration on the packaging. The CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir in the shade 705, which is Ivory. This I used like once. I don't remember if I liked it, if I'm being honest. It doesn't seem to have a smell. But this foundation is really dark, actually. Like, you guys see that color difference there? It's actually pretty dark and pretty, not yellow, but I'm gonna give it a few minutes, see if that oxidizes, because I don't remember if it does. If it oxidizes, it will go here. If it doesn't, it will go here, because it's not too dark, but it is a hair, so it'll go here for now to be decide at the end. The Elcie Micro Silk Foundation. I just purchased this and I love it. I have the shade Porcelain. It's the first time trying it and I actually fell in love with it a lot. I remember people were really raving about this when it came out like 4 years ago, maybe longer now. It's hard to remember. So much has come and gone. But this is a really great foundation. I'm enjoying trying it out, so it will be staying. The ColourPop No Filter Foundation in the shade Fair 20. I got this before they refixed all the packaging. So let me really quickly take a look at this and see if it smells. It doesn't have a smell. And it's pretty light, so I am going to go ahead and hold on to it. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Water Fresh Makeup with SPF 30. This stuff is great. I have the shade 1C1 Cool Bone. I was not a fan of the original Estee Lauder that everybody's in love with, but let me check. They've stopped making this, and I would rather hold on to this one since I liked this more than this, so this one can go. Plus, I have like no room for foundations, guys. It's crazy. I've got two Too Faced foundations here. I have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in Snow, which I do love a lot. How long is this good for? Okay, probably still good. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh. The fact that my hand is immediately itchy. Okay, ColourPop's gotta go. Sorry, ColourPop. Apparently I'm allergic to you now. Maybe I have had it too long. Yeah, I'm starting to turn red here. Okay. Well, the good news is I'm not having a reaction to this CoverGirl and it's not oxidizing yet, so I'll go ahead and hold on to it. This one still smells the same. I'm gonna really quickly, I feel like you can still get this. I just want to make sure. It is still sold, so I will go ahead and keep this. The Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. It was okay. Let me go ahead and really quickly just pump a little bit out here because I don't remember the color very much. Okay, this one still smells okay. Let me take a look at... Yeah, this one should still be okay, so I'm going to hold on to this. It does smell like watermelon, that's nice. The Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. I just wasn't a fan of this as a foundation. I think if you're going to buy this, I would use it as a highlight contour kind of deal. I had the shade F3, which was also just not my shade at all. Way too light. Or not way too light, way too pink. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Plus, I've had it a while. It probably needs to... Let's do these two because I'm keeping them both. I love these. The It Cosmetics CC Cream. We have the original and the one with added illumination. I will be keeping both because I love both. The Fenty Beauty, what's the full title? Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in 110. I do like this. I feel like I have a hard time finding a good primer to go with it because this is just a very, very matte foundation. I know that the line has now come out with a more radiant one. So I'm going to hold on to this. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to this and maybe get my hands on the new one to try out as well. The NARS All Natural Longwear Radiant Foundation. I have mine in the shade Oslo. This will be staying. This is one of my favorite foundations. It's not going anywhere. The BH Cosmetics BH Liquid Foundation. I believe mine is in the shade Ivory. I have had this for a long time and I know it can't still be good. So I am going to go ahead and toss this. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 110 Porcelain will be staying. It's one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This was new. This should not have been over here. The Ulta Demi Matte Foundation in Classic Ivory. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I just wasn't a fan of it. I held on to it to like put in things I don't like, but it oxidized a lot and it was just too matte. Maybe if you're super duper oily, you'd love it, but it's just a little too much for me. And then last but not least, I have two of the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundations. I have the shade Blanc. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to swatch both of these really quick. So we have Blanc and Porcelain. Now I remember why I've held on to both, because I need to mix these to get my perfect shade. So you've got Blanc and you've got Porcelain, and when I mix them together it just disappears into my arm. So I am going to hold on to both of these. Yeah, because these were repurchases. After I did my initial review I got both of the same shades again, so this will go ahead and stay. So let me really quickly total up all the foundations and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I started with a total of 35 foundations. I am getting rid of 14 and keeping 21. So that leaves me with getting rid of exactly 40%. So I will take those numbers. Those are some pretty good numbers for foundation. I actually didn't expect it to be that much because I feel like I've decluttered. I don't feel like I ever declutter that many foundations. But, you know, I realized with some of these, it was just finally time to get rid of it. Did I put my Maybelline matte I put this in the wrong pile. Okay, I lied. Hold on a second. I'm getting rid of 13 out of 35, which puts me now at 37%. My bad. I can do math. But all in all, I'm pretty proud of that 37%. Not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and the ones that I just didn't like, I will see if any friends or family want them. If they don't, I will go ahead and donate. For the ones that are expired, they will just straight up go into the trash. There, goodbye. So that is it for those. Today we are going to do the concealer declutter. So as I said, this is more just to remove expired concealers. I'm not anticipating that a lot of these will get tossed, just a handful. So let's just start working our way down the front row, then the back row, and we'll get this over with. So first up is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Swan. I've had this forever. I think I used it like 3 times. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It's kind of thick. Maybe if I had the actual contour one, I would feel differently, but these for highlight are just way too thick for under my eyes and on top of my cheekbones. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of that. The MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. I have had this for ages and the color is actually separating here in the tube, so I am going to go ahead and toss that. The Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Vanilla. Let me just really quickly check this color, because I also want to get rid of the ones that weren't a good color match. So this is a decent color match, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. The Too Faced Born This Way in, where's the other one? Here's the other one. So this one's in the shade Fair, so this must be the shade Very Fair. Very Fair was the more pinky one. And to be honest, I should probably get rid of both of these, I think. Let's check the other one's color. I think this one is the one that I used more often anyway. So I'm actually, does this one smell weird? No. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the one in Very Fair and keep Fairest. The Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Fluid Oil Concealer in the shade Fair. This is a great concealer. It's a little bit on the dark side for me. Whenever I use this, I had to double it up with something that was more full coverage. But I am going to go ahead and toss this because I've had it for a really long time. The ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Fair 5. I feel like this is my old one. Is it? Hold on, let me check. This is not the old one. This is a newer one. So I am going to go ahead and keep this. But is this the... Yeah, because I got rid of the one that was the bad color match. No, I didn't. This is the bad color match one. It's way too yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and toss this one. Then I must have a new one buried somewhere in my new makeup drawer. I'm just not 100% sure where it is right now. I have the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Creme in L1 Neutral. This is hands down the lightest concealer I've ever tried. And I do like it more as an eye primer than as a concealer, but I am going to go ahead and hold on to this. This might be new. The LA Girl Pro Conceal HD in Fairest. Yep, this has only been used I think once maybe. So I am going to go ahead and hold on to this because it's newer. I got it over the summer. But it's a good color match for me as well. On the paler side too. The Uoma Stay Woke Concealer. This looks like a horrible color when you see it in the tube compared to my skin. But it actually perfectly matches my skin. So for the days where I don't want something that's going to highlight or I'm just covering like blemishes on my face, this is perfect. So I'm going to keep this. This is actually a repurchase. I put it in the drawer, but I haven't actually used it yet. Sponge is unused. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I bought this to do a throwback favorites video over the summer, but I haven't actually gotten around to using it, so this can obviously stay. This was a recent repurchase, the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer, again, for a throwback of favorites. I used to use this all the time, like back when it had a completely different applicator. And it's, oh, it's so yellow now. Huh, well, we'll have to try it out and see. I hadn't used it until just now, so it can stay. The Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. Let me check this color. Ah, there we go. Perfect. That can stay. This is also a recent repurchase. Well, not repurchase. I've used the Benefit Boing Concealer that's in the pan, and I bought this to try it out. This is the liquid version, the Boing Cakeless Concealer, and this is in the shade number 1. And I think I've used it maybe once so far, and I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on testing that out. And as with any of these videos where the applicator is an insert tube, like a doe foot, I will not be donating. They will be thrown out. But anything that's like a squeeze tube will be donated unless it's really expired. Next is the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer in Fair Neutral. This is a recent purchase, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I used to love this, again, for retesting old favorites. The Milk Makeup Flex Concealer, and this one's in the shade Porcelain. I like this one a lot for both under eye and for concealer purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This is also a repurchase, the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Chantilly, one of my all-time favorite concealers. I'm going to go ahead and keep this since it's brand new. I'm going to do the Shape Tape last, but this is the Pacifica Liquid Cover Full Coverage Concealer. This is a terrible color match for me. It's very orangey toned and it's darker, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. The L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear in the shade Porcelain. I don't remember this. I think this is meant to be like an answer to Shape Tape, which is why I have it. So I'm going to hold on to it since it's the drugstore answer to it. So these Shape Tapes, since we're talking about Shape Tape, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the shade Fair Beige, and I'm going to keep Fair. Fair is the more neutral, and it is the lighter one. Yeah, see how that's almost the shades are slightly different, but they're the same texture to me. But this is the more pinky. This is more of like a, if I wanted to use it to cover like facial blemishes, but it's still a little too bright for that, so I am gonna go ahead and toss it though. The fair one is more recently open than this. And down to the final four. I have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is expired. It's really gone bad. I've had this for years and it's only good for, oh, 24 months. Wait, maybe it's fine. Does this smell weird at all? I mean, this stuff, you literally just need the tiniest bit because it goes such a long way. Okay, so I am actually going to go ahead and toss this because I know I've had it longer than 2 years. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It's recent. I have 2 of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealers. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Light Warm and keep Fair Neutral. Woohoo! Getting rid of 9, keeping 16. So, let's see, 9 out of 25 is 36%. Could be worse, but I'm gonna call that a win. So, that is it for this video. As I said, these will actually all be thrown in the trash because this is definitely expired, and these all have doe foot applicators. Well, these 2, I should say, are definitely expired, but the rest have doe foot applicators, so they're not safe for donation, but I'll be putting the rest of these back into my concealer drawer. As always, if you guys are enjoying the declutter videos, be sure to click this little icon up here in the top corner to check out the rest of my declutter playlist. You can also find that link down below in the description box, along with the full list of the concealers that I kept and got rid of, and their correct shades. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure that you are subscribed to get to see the rest of the declutter videos that are coming, as well as other videos here on my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!